Okay, something a little bit different on Empty Purgatory. This is a homegrown chili. So it's difficult to determine all the ingredients. However, in this particular batch, which I cooked in the Instant Pot, it's super easy. The principles are going to be the same if you don't have an Instant Pot and you're going to cook it on the stove. The only difference is going to be how you cook your beans. You want to make sure that they're cooked, obviously. So the major components of this particular batch, which is award-winning essentially, is to take roughly few pounds of meat, which I use 2-to-1 pork sausage or Italian sausage. In this case, I made my own Italian sausage to beef. So that's 2 pounds. For the Instant Pot, it's 2 pounds of pork sausage and 1 pound of ground beef. And then in this particular recipe, I used 50 ounces of, we had homegrown tomatoes, and I also used some diced tomatoes as well. So I just put everything in the Instant Pot. Of course, I used some red wine, being a Frenchman. In this particular case, I think it was a Merlot. And then I just started cooking it. Now, as far as the vegetables are concerned, I use what's called a Mirepoix account. I think Julia Child had a little story on the Mirepoix, or you can look it up if you'd like. At any rate, it consists of celery, carrots, and onions. And then I added some extra onions with the dried onions. Then I also used a bunch of garlic. Now the spices are this is designed for someone, essentially, this video, is for someone that really knows how to, well, not necessarily knows all the techniques of cooking, but it's really simple. So in this case, I just threw everything into the Instant Pot. I threw all the vegetables, which consists of celery, carrots, onions, and I threw in some homegrown peppers. We also have some jalapeno peppers as well. So I know they're jalapeños, but I'm just joking around. And then the spices are really simple. You take and just coat the top and with garlic powder, cumin, chili powder, and then you have your Italian spices. Now, a lot of people are afraid of the Instant Pot. However, if you have cooked with it before, this is super easy. The key thing is that there are virtually no dishes whatsoever except the pan that you're cooking it in, which is part of the Instant Pot. So what I did in this particular case is I used the bean and chili. I sauteed everything up before, and that's what I used. Now the key in this is the beans. Now they came out perfectly under this setting, and I used a bag. You can see I used a pound of the beans, and then I put those in there as well. And they were dried, and it came out. They came out absolutely perfect on the setting for the bean and chili setting. And then I let it keep warm. And then I let it, natural release for a little while. If you're familiar with the Instant Pot, you know what I mean. Now, if you take this same pan and you put it on your stove, the principles are exactly the same thing. All right. So what you want to do is not the difficulty, but you want to make sure that your beans are properly cooked, not overcooked and not underdone either. So if you put it on top of the stove, your process is slightly different. But for those of you that enjoy the cooking, you'll know exactly what I mean. So at any rate, have an enjoyable day. And it's quite miserable up here, 35 degrees up here in Minnesota. And it's a really wet snow. And so I thought a nice pot of chili would go well for today. And you can make some garlic bread along with this and enjoy. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Bye now.